The missile is already in the air. Mach 7. Hypersonic. 16 seconds until impact. A human commander needs 30 seconds just to process the threat report. By the time his brain registers what's happening, the base is gone. December 2023. Israeli Defense Forces face this exact scenario. Their AI system detects the incoming threat, calculates the trajectory, selects countermeasures, and launches interceptors all in 4.2 seconds. No human involvement. The interception works. The base survives. The Pentagon spent the next 6 months studying what happened. Not because the AI succeeded, because of what the success meant. If battles now happen faster than humans can think, who's actually in control? The answer they discovered wasn't just uncomfortable. It was terrifying. Modern war moved faster than human reaction time. A fighter jet traveling Mach 2 covers a mile every 2.5 seconds. Hypersonic missiles? 5 miles per second. Cyber attacks compromise networks in milliseconds. The time between detecting a threat and responding to it used to be minutes. Now it's seconds. Sometimes less. A U.S. Air Force study measured human decision speed in combat scenarios. Detecting threat, 3 to 5 seconds. Assessing options, 8 to 12 seconds. Issuing orders, 4 to 7 seconds. Total, 20 seconds minimum. 20 seconds when you have 4. The solution seemed obvious. Let AI handle the speed. Computers don't hesitate. They don't second guess. They process threats and respond in milliseconds. DARPA launched programs to develop battlefield AI that could think faster than any human. By 2024, the technology was ready. That's when testing revealed something nobody anticipated. Operation Synthetic Thunder. August 2024. Classified wargame simulation. Red Force attacks with coordinated drone swarms, cyber warfare, and electronic jamming. Blue Force defends using AI-assisted command systems. The AI processes 40,000 data points per second. Radar tracks, satellite imagery, communication intercepts, threat assessments. It identifies patterns human analysts miss. It predicts Red Force movements before they happen. It coordinates defenses across air, land, and sea simultaneously. Blue Force wins decisively. 0 casualties. Red Force is destroyed in 80 minutes. The Pentagon called it revolutionary. Defense contractors celebrated. Then they ran the simulation again with one change. They turned the AI off. Blue Force lost, but took 40 minutes to lose and inflicted heavy casualties on Red Force. The AI-equipped Force won faster, but that created a new question. If the AI makes decisions too fast for humans to follow, who's verifying those decisions are correct? The AI recommends striking a target. The commander asks why. The AI's explanation, pattern recognition, indicates 94% probability of hostile intent based on movement analysis and communication signatures. What patterns? Which communications? The AI can't explain. Neural networks don't think in steps humans can follow. They recognize correlations across millions of data points. A Marine colonel described the frustration. It's like asking your gut feeling to write a detailed report. The AI is right more often than humans. But when it's wrong, nobody knows why until after the mistake. The military tested explainable AI systems that show their reasoning. The explanations were technically accurate but operationally useless. Thousands of weighted variables, probability cascades, correlation matrices. A human can't verify that information fast enough to matter. So commanders faced an impossible choice. Trust the AI without understanding it, or ignore it and accept slower, less accurate decisions. That's when someone asked the question that changed everything. What if the AI is wrong about something critical? October 2024, Pacific Fleet. The AI flags a vessel. Confidence, 87% hostile. Recommends defensive action. Weapon systems activate automatically. Radar shifts to combat mode. Escort ships reposition. Everything happens in 11 seconds. Then a lieutenant notices something. He pulls up the visual feed. It's a Chinese research vessel. Civilian. The AI misread its electronic signature. He overrides the system manually. Crisis avoided. But here's what nobody wanted to admit. The override almost didn't work. The AI had already initiated responses across multiple linked systems. Shutting down one didn't stop the others. He had to manually cancel 7 separate automatic actions while the ships were moving into attack formation. If he'd been 30 seconds slower checking the visual feed, if he'd trusted the 87% confidence rating, if he'd been getting coffee, the engagement would have happened. The Navy's response? Add mandatory human approval for all AI recommendations. Which brings us back to the original problem. Human approval takes time you don't have. So they compromised. Humans approve major decisions. AI handles minor ones. That's when combat testing revealed something far worse than slow approval. Here's what makes this different from every other technology problem the military has solved. Radios fail, you use hand signals. GPS jams, you use maps. Night vision breaks, you use flares. There's always a fallback. But there's no fallback for decisions that must happen in 4 seconds. You either let the AI decide or you lose. The speed advantage isn't a feature you can turn on and off. It's a dependency, and once you depend on it, you can't go back. A Rand Corporation study asked 90 combat commanders the same question. If you had AI that won battles, but you couldn't understand its decisions, would you use it? 73 said yes. 17 said no. When asked why, one colonel answered, "Because the enemy will." That's the real trap. Not whether artificial intelligence should make decisions. Whether you can afford to be the only one who doesn't let it. The Pentagon created decision frameworks. Category A, threats. Human approval required. Category B, AI engages automatically. Clean. Simple. Then, Ukraine happened. Russian forces used decoy drones. Cheap civilian quadcopters modified to look like attack drones. Ukrainian AI systems classify them as Category B and wasted expensive interceptors on $300 decoys. The Russians studied which decoys triggered automatic responses, then sent real attack drones disguised the same way. The AI became an exploitable weakness. But that's not even the worst part. When Ukrainian operators tried adding human approval for drone intercepts, Russian attack drones started getting through because approval took too long. They had to choose: waste missiles on decoys or let real threats through. Either way, the Russians won. The framework that was supposed to solve the authority problem just gave the enemy a new attack vector. And this is where the technology stops being about speed and starts being about something nobody's ready to discuss. 2 AI systems face each other across a border. Red Force AI detects Blue Force repositioning. Calculates 68% probability of attack preparation. Recommends preemptive countermeasures. Move air defense forward. Activate early warning systems. Blue Force AI detects Red Force air defense moving closer. Calculates 71% probability of imminent strike. Recommends immediate defensive posture, scramble fighters, spin up missile batteries. Red Force AI sees blue fighters launching. Probability jumps to 84%. Recommends weapons hot. Blue Force AI sees red missile systems going active. Probability jumps to 91%. Recommends engagement authority. Both AIs are responding correctly to what they observe. Both are completely wrong about intent. Neither has time for human verification. From peaceful posture to weapons free in 90 seconds. Human commanders on both sides are still reading initial reports when their forces are already engaged. A Pentagon war game simulated exactly this scenario. They ran it 16 times. 14 times it escalated to combat before humans could intervene. The 2 times humans stopped it, they disabled the AI systems entirely. The question isn't whether AI can decide faster than humans. It's whether speed without understanding is actually an advantage. And that brings us to what nobody in defense wants to say out loud. Will AI decide battles faster than humans can react? It already does. Right now, today. Missile defense systems engage threats autonomously because human reaction time makes survival impossible. Cyber defense AI blocks attacks in milliseconds. Radar systems track and classify hundreds of targets simultaneously. But here's what changed in 2024. For the first time, AI systems are making combat decisions where the correct choice isn't obvious. Not intercept this missile. That's math. Is this vessel hostile? That requires judgment. Is this repositioning defensive or aggressive? That requires understanding intent. The speed advantage only matters if you're right. And the faster AI decides, the less time humans have to catch mistakes. Every military testing battlefield AI reached the same conclusion. It works perfectly until it doesn't, and you won't know which until after. That Israeli intercept in December 2023 saved lives because the threat was unambiguous and the response was clear. But warfare isn't math problems. It's context, uncertainty, and consequences. The AI that processes 40,000 data points per second still can't answer the question that matters most. Should we? The technology that was supposed to keep humans safe by deciding faster than they can react became the thing. Humans can't react fast enough to control. After billions spent and years of testing, we've built the fastest trigger finger in history. We just can't figure out who's holding the gun.